History is a battlefield of truth and lies. 2000 years ago, the geographer Ptolemy mapped a city called Albanopolis, home of the Albanoi tribe. While our neighbors claim we arrived late, the soil tells a different story. We are the children of the Illyrian tribes, the eel men of Lake Ohrid, the Tolanti who ruled the Adriatic. The list goes on and on. We are the legacy of Bardylis, the white star who united the tribes and broke the Macedonian shield. Our roots are not planted in the sand of migration, but in the bedrock of the Illyricum. They say we are ghosts, newcomers on ancient lands, but the whispers of our ancestors echo from the stone fortresses and the windswept mountains. Before Rome, before Byzantium, before the Slavs crossed the Danube, there were the Illyrians. The names themselves are a testament. Labiates, the people of the river Lab, Ardian, from the eagle. These are not borrowed words. They are the original sounds of this earth. Every hill, every river carries a fragment of our story, a story they have tried for centuries to bury. They point to maps drawn by conquerors and tell us we don't belong, but our claim is not written on parchment. It is carved into the very landscape. We are the direct descendants of the fierce tribes that challenged the might of empires. From the iron-willed Queen Tuta, who dared to defy Rome, to the warriors who guarded the mountain passes, our bloodline is a testament to survival. While kingdoms rose and fell around us, we remained a constant presence, the true indigenous people of this land. We are the Albanoi, and this history is not just ours to claim, it is ours to defend. Listen to the names they tried to steal. E-Madhia, from the Albanian E-Madhia, meaning the great. This wasn't just a place. It was a declaration. Pyrrhus of Epirus, the eagle whose fiery ambition nearly brought Rome to its knees, his very name now lives in the proud colors of our flag. His legacy is not a Greek footnote. It is a central chapter of our saga. King Gentius, the last sovereign of a free Illyria, whose botanical knowledge gave the world the gentian flower, and Glaucias, the Tolantian king who raised kings and defied empires. He sheltered the infant Pyrrhus, protecting the future of his people against the might of Cassander. These were not Greeks. They were not Slavs. They were the Paleo-Balkan giants whose language was the foundation of the land long before any empire crossed our borders. Alexander the Great himself relied on Illyrian warriors, the elite, shock troops who were instrumental in his conquests. His own mother, Olympias, was from the Molossian tribe of Epirus, a woman of fierce Illyrian spirit. They tried to claim our heroes, to Hellenize our kings and queens, to paint our history in foreign colors. But the evidence is undeniable. Their customs, their names, their language, it all points to a distinct and powerful civilization that stood on its own. These kings were the sentinels of a culture that refused to be absorbed, a people whose identity was forged in defiance. They were ours. For centuries, hostile theories were invented to erase us. They wove elaborate fictions, claiming we were wanderers who came from the distant Caucasus mountains. They whispered that we arrived with the Ottoman Turks, conveniently appearing in the Middle Ages as if from thin air. These were not academic mistakes. They were political weapons designed to delegitimize our presence, to turn us into guests in our own home. They built entire historical narratives on a foundation of lies, all to deny a simple, powerful truth. We never left. But today, the irrefutable science of the unbroken DNA has silenced the liars. Modern genomic studies, published in the world's most respected scientific journals, have delivered a verdict that cannot be appealed. These studies prove that modern Albanians carry the most ancient, continuous genetic heritage in Europe. Our DNA is a direct link to the Bronze Age populations that inhabited the Balkans thousands of years ago. While other groups migrated, mixed, and replaced their ancestors, we remained. We are the genetic fortress of the continent. Our DNA is the most distinct from any neighbor, a 4,000-year-old island of survival in a sea of migration. The science is clear. We are not transplants. We are the roots of the tree. The land and the people are one, a biological and cultural continuum that no false history can ever break. Our enemies try to divide us by religion, but they fail to understand the sacred code of Besa. They see a nation of Muslims, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians and believe they have found our weakness. They are wrong. We are not defined by mosque or church. As the great poet Pashko Vasa wrote, the religion of the Albanian is Albanianism. This is not mere poetry. It is our national creed. During the darkest times of the Holocaust, Albania was the only country in Europe where the Jewish population grew. We hid them in our homes, gave them our names, and protected them as our own, not because of a political order, but because of Besa, the promise. In our land, harmony is not a policy. It is a blood bond. The cross and the crescent have stood side by side for centuries, not in tension, but in brotherhood. When one celebrates, the other joins. When one grieves, the other offers comfort. This is the Albanian way. It is a unity forged in shared struggle and a common identity that transcends faith. Whether we carry the double-headed eagle on the sword of our national hero, Skanderbeg, or on the championship belts of our modern boxers, we fight as one people. We are defined by the nation, not by the creed of the invader. Our true faith is Albania itself, and in that faith we are indivisible. To those who watch this from a distance, to those whose families were scattered across the world by war and hardship, take your DNA tests, see for yourselves where you truly come from, uncover the ancient story that flows within your own veins. For us, the results are in. The science has confirmed what our songs, our language, and our spirit have always known. We are the first. We are the original inhabitants. We are the Albanoi. The ancient shield has been traded for the modern athlete's glove, and the kings of old have become the champions of today. But the blood is ancient, pure, and unbroken. Look at the faces of our people, listen to the echoes of our language, and you will see the legacy of Bardylis, of Tuta, of Pyrrhus. We have endured empires, resisted assimilation, and survived erasure. They tried to write us out of history, but history is not just written in books. It is written in blood, and our blood tells a story of 4,000 years of defiance. We are not a footnote in someone else's epic. We are the epic. We are still here.